May it please you. Look around Nairobi today, Kilimani, Kileleshwa, Westlands. What do you see? High-rises, apartments, townhouses. Vertical living has become the new normal. Legally speaking, all these developments you see dotting our cityscape can now be properly referred to as sectional property, following the enactment of the Sectional Properties Act, 2020. But what does that actually mean for you, the purchaser? Simply put, a sectional property is a building divided into individual units, your apartment owned by you personally, with the common property, corridors, lifts, parking, gardens owned collectively by all unit owners as tenants in common. We are in the midst of a major transition. Kenya is moving from the old system of subleases to a new era of independent sectional titles where each unit gets its own title deed. Today, I'll explain exactly what this means, especially if you're buying off-plan, purchasing an apartment before it's built. And I'll cover the critical things you must check before signing that sale agreement. But first, a word of caution. It is strongly advisable to engage an advocate. I know many people think conveyancing is just dealing with forms, filling in blanks and signing documents. But it is way more than that. I will later do a separate video explaining the role of an advocate in conveyance and why you absolutely need one. So what exactly is sectional property? The Act defines it simply. It's the division of buildings into units owned by individual proprietors, with common property owned by all unit owners as tenants in common. Let me break that down. A unit is your individual apartment, townhouse, or office space. It's described in a sectional plan by reference to floors, walls, and ceilings. The common property is everything else: the staircases, lifts, corridors, gardens, parking areas, and recreational facilities. These spaces don't belong to any one owner. They belong to all owners collectively. And here's the key. When you own a unit, your share in the common property is automatically included in your title. Now, here's what happens when the sectional plan is registered. The developer, the person, or company selling the units, effectively ceases to exist as far as ownership of the property is concerned. Simultaneously, a corporation is automatically formed. This is also called a management corporation, and it consists of all unit owners. Here's the crucial part. One unit is equivalent to one share in the corporation. The corporation takes over the management of the common property, the lifts, the gardens, the parking, the corridors. Now, let me explain what you actually receive under this system. Many of you buy off-plan, you purchase an apartment before it's built, based on drawings and promises. This can be a good investment, but it comes with risks. Here are the key things you must check before committing your money. Checkpoint 1. The mother title before buying off-plan. Your advocate must conduct a search at the land's registry to confirm, does the developer actually own the land? Do they hold the mother title? Is the land registered in the developer's name? What is the tenure? Is it a lease with sufficient unexpired term? The Act requires at least 21 years unexpired residue for leasehold land. If the developer doesn't own the land, they cannot sell you a unit. It's that simple. Checkpoint 2. Is the mother title charged? This is critical. Developers almost always borrow money to build. They charge the mother title to the bank as security. You must find out, is there an existing charge on the mother title? If yes, who is the chargee, the bank? What are the terms? Now, here's the good news under the new Act. When you buy a unit and pay for it, the developer can apply for a partial discharge of the charge specifically for your unit. What does this mean? The bank releases your unit from the charge upon payment, even if other units remain charged. This allows you to get your individual title free and clear, without waiting for the developer to pay off the entire loan. But, and this is important, you must ensure your sale agreement provides for this. Your advocate should confirm that the chargee, bank, has consented to the sectional plan and the partial discharge process. Checkpoint 3. Statutory approvals before selling off-plan. The developer must have certain approvals in place. Does the developer have the approved building plans from the county government? Have all necessary approvals been obtained? If these documents are missing, the development may not be compliant with the law. The Act requires developers to furnish purchasers with certain documents before the sale. These include, the purchase agreement, the bylaws or proposed bylaws of the corporation, the management agreement, if any, the recreational agreement. If any, the mother title, any charge that affects or will affect the title to the unit, the sectional plan or proposed sectional plan. If a developer cannot or will not provide these documents, that is a red flag. Walk away. Once the building is complete and the sectional plan is registered, the corporation becomes fully operational. Remember, One unit equals one share in this corporation. Your voting rights correspond to your unit factor. What does the corporation do? Manages and maintains the common property, lifts, gardens, corridors, parking, ensures the building, collects service charges from owners, enforces the bylaws, establishes an internal dispute resolution committee, represents owners in legal matters. This is a democratic structure. You have a say in how your building is run. The Sectional Properties Act, 2020, has transformed apartment ownership in Kenya. We have moved from a system of subleases to a system of true ownership, where you hold your own certificate of lease. The developer registers the sectional plan, the mother title is closed, and a corporation of owners is formed, where one unit equals one share. For off-plan purchases, this means verify the mother title and any charges, ensure provision for partial discharge of your unit, confirm the sectional plan is approved, check that all statutory approvals are in place, review all disclosure documents, an advocate protects you from fraud, ensures due diligence is properly done, and safeguards your life savings. Until then, remember, when you finally get that certificate of lease in your name, you become more than just an apartment owner. You become a proprietor with all the rights, protections, and responsibilities that come with it. The law has given you powerful protections. Use them. Thank you for watching.